Hello, everybody. So I'm inviting you to join me here in the Adirondacks at Saranac Lake. And this is really cool because I am basically camping on an island on Saranac Lake. And this is really cool. I just have never camped on an island before. And we pretty much have the whole little island to ourselves. And this is a morning practice. I don't have really a flow prepared necessarily, like I didn't plan one. So we're just kind of go with the flow of the woods of this incredible place. And you might be able to see I am surrounded by beautiful trees, cedars, red pines, hemlocks that are free and clear of hemlock woolly adelgid, if you're familiar with that whole environmental issue. And in the distance, there's the lake. So, and that's a red squirrel. So there might be sounds of birds, squirrels, and maybe a boat passing by on the lake. So hopefully that doesn't disturb you too much and we can just go with the flow. So let's find a comfortable seat. Nice tall spine reaching towards the sky, the ceiling, wherever you are. And beginning to soften through the entire backside of the body. You can choose to have your hands facing down or up on the knees. And let's just get quiet here. Listening to the sounds of the space that you're within, the sounds of this recording. Any aromas that grace the nose. And if your eyes are still open, you can gently close them. And we'll take a long, slow inhale in through the nose. And a long, grounding exhalation out through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. Inhaling. And exhale. You can sigh it out if that feels good. One more time. And let's take the palms together at heart center. Perhaps you'd like to welcome an intention into this practice, into your day. And it could be something as simple as, may I find peace today? May I find patience and openness to everything that comes my way today. And that can expand and extend into your entire week, month, whatever. Take a moment here to plant that seed of intention within your mind and within your heart. Let's take another deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. And let's begin to connect our breath with some movement. So you can open up the eyes if they're still closed. We're going to inhale, the arms are going to sweep up. The chest and the gaze can lift. Palms come back together. Bring the palms down to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take the right hand down to the mat or to the ground and lift the left arm up to the sky. Come into a side bend here. And then we're going to gently open up the chest. So we'll bring the arm back behind the body, opening up the chest. Take a deep breath. And then bring yourself back to a neutral spine here. And we'll flow to the other side. So feel that extension in the right arm reaching across the body, opening up the whole side body. And then pull to open up the chest. Right arm comes to the back. Inhale and exhale. And then bring yourself back to face the front. And we'll just flow back and forth between the sides. And one more time each side. Being sure to keep a micro bend in that elbow, protecting the joint as you twist open to the back. And we'll come back to center. Let's take a twist here. So left hand comes to right knee, twist to the back. Let's take a long, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Nice tall spine. Peeking over that right shoulder. As we come forward, we'll lift the arms up to the sky, lengthen out the spine again, and then twist to the opposite side. And take a deep breath. Let's come back to center, lift those arms up. And then we're going to fold over. So letting the hands come right in front of you and coming into this forward fold. You might feel this stretch in the hips, the low back. Take another deep breath. And then let's walk the hands back towards the body. Shake off the pine needles. Okay, let's take the legs out to either side here. And just rock yourself back and forth. It might feel good for the low back, for the thighs. And we'll eventually just come over to the right. You can grab a hold of the foot if you can, or if not, you can just gently walk the hands down the leg and stop wherever your body tells you to stop. And we'll just fold over here, feeling that stretch in the hamstring, toes facing up towards the sky. And of course, we're getting that stretch in the low back again. And let's walk ourselves to the other side. Maybe the head comes towards the knee and thigh. Maybe it doesn't. Listen to where your body's at this morning, this evening, whatever time of day it is for you. And let's gently make our way back to center here. Bring the legs in together. Let's connect the soles of the feet. You can wrap your hands around the feet. Just get nice and tall. You can flap the wings of this butterfly position. Just continuing to open up the hips here. Remembering to breathe. And you can slow down the flapping. And coming to a nice pause here. We'll take the knees in together. You can help yourself with the hands. And we are actually going to make our way onto our knees for a moment. So if you need a blanket for underneath your knees, I recommend, grabbing one if there's one close by. We're going to come up on the knees like so. Maybe that blanket's underneath you. And we're going to take the hands behind us and interlace the fingers. And then pull that fist that you've created back behind you, opening up the chest. Gaze can lift. Take a breath here. Let it go. And then releasing that back bend, releasing the hands. We're going to take our right leg and extend it to the side of us. So coming into gate pose here. And you might have some sort of block or something that you can rest your hand on here, or you can take your hand to your hip and come over. So a lot of side bends this morning. I didn't sleep great last night. And then we'll come over to the other side. So left hand's going to reach the mat, and we're going to take that right arm over. And we'll flow back here. Lift the arms up to the sky. And then we're going to come forward with the hands. So we're kind of in this tabletop position with the right leg extended. We're going to lift the right arm and then thread it underneath the left. So you can come all the way down with your head. I just don't want a ton of pine needles in my hair. But relax that right arm, that right hand, the fingers. Let your whole body come down if it's, able to. Extend that left arm out in front. And then we'll bring that left hand back in, press into the left palm, reach the right arm up to the sky, and bring it back down. And then lift the body back up. Let's bring that right knee, that right leg back in towards the midline of the body. And we'll switch sides, extending the left leg out. And we'll come into that side bend. So remember, your hand can be on your hip for this, or you can travel down towards the foot. Come into that side stretch. And then we'll flow over to the other side. Right hand plants, left arm extends. And let's come back up. Core is definitely used in that, so engaging the core. Lift the arms up to the sky. Let's bring them down to the ground. We're going to lift the left hand up to the sky. Thread it underneath the right. That right arm can extend out in front of you. I guess I just let my head come down to the pine needles. It's okay. And let's walk that right arm back in towards the body. Press into the right palm. Lift up through the left arm. And then bring it back down to the earth. Let's bring that knee back in together. We're going to find ourselves in table. So orient yourself, the right way on your mat. The wrists are stacked underneath shoulders. The knees are underneath the hips, maybe slightly back, and they're hip width distance apart. And let's just begin to sway them back and forth. And moving intuitively here, what feels good for your body. It's not about what you look like, really, right? Ever. It's really about how you feel. Do you feel authentically yourself? Are you moving in a way that's true to yourself? Maybe you begin to take a little bit of these bigger circles in one direction. And then you switch directions. And let's actually begin to come back to center, and then we'll sink the hips back. Coming into a child's pose, you can widen the knees out more towards the edges of the mat, or you can keep them closer in. Let your head be heavy. Stretch those arms out in front of you. Fingertips are spread. Take a deep breath. And let's come out of child's pose. So drawing the body forward, we're actually going to come into some cat and cow. So we'll inhale, the belly dips towards the mat. Exhale, coming into cat, rounding the spine, pressing into the mat. Inhale to lift the chest, the chin. Exhale to round. Just flow through this at your own pace. A few more times. One more cat, one more cow. And we'll meet in a neutral position here. We're going to tuck the toes and we're going to send the hips back. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. So just pressing into the palms again, right? And you can begin to pedal out the feet. Finding length through the spine, lifting the hips towards the sun. And let's find stillness here. Take a deep breath. Let it go. And we're going to take the right leg, lift it. You can lift it up to the sky, or you know what? You might lift it right here. That's fine. We're going to bring that right knee towards the right wrist and come into a pigeon. So untucking those back toes. You can be up here, or you might choose to fold over that knee. Remembering to weave the breath into the practice, into each movement. And if you're down, you're going to walk back up. We're going to tuck the toes of the left foot. And if you can lift all the way back up into downward facing dog. So we'll meet here. Take a deep breath. And then we'll lift that left leg again. You lift it to the height that works for you. And we'll carry it forward to the left wrist. Coming into this pigeon. Again, it might feel good to stay here. You're getting the stretch right through this groin, hip flexor area. Sometimes I like to stay here. Sometimes I like to fold over. Whatever works for you. We'll stay here for another breath. And then we'll walk back. If we're down, we'll walk back up. Take that front knee, press into the palms, send it back, downward facing dog. And then we'll drop the knees back down and come to sit on the heels for a moment, swing the legs out. And to transition down to our back, just a fun little way to transition that helps to engage the core and some balance. So we're going to find boat pose. So the arms are going to be extended to the sides here. We're going to try and maintain that straight spine. So we don't really want to be curving like this. We want to be up like this. And we're going to lift the legs, lift the feet. We'll hold it here for a moment. And then we'll lower onto the back body, all the way down. You can keep your knees bent though. We'll just sway them side to side. And we'll bring them back to center. Scoot your heels towards your sit bones. So we're going to set up for bridge pose. The arms are again going to be laying down by the sides. We're going to press the palms into the mat. And we're going to begin to lift the hips up towards the sky. So rising up like this. You don't necessarily have to like squeeze through the glutes, but we are engaging the muscles here of the back and the glutes, but not a forced squeeze. And let's lower back down. And we'll do this 2 more times. So pressing through the soles of the feet, the palms, reaching the hips up towards the sky. Breathing. And then lowering back down. On this next one, you'll have the option of bringing the shoulders closer together. So I'll show you right here. We'll lift the hips, bringing the hands and the shoulders underneath to just get some more height through the chest and through the hips. So just an option. If you did this, you can unravel the fingers and then gently peel the shoulders back out and lower the back body down. Let's take the arms out into a T-shaped position. And we'll let the knees fall to the right side. So coming over to the right, and then the gaze can be towards the left. And let's begin to carry the knees over to the other side. Head turns in the opposite direction. let's take the knees back to center, the head back to center. And let's wrap the arms around the knees, just gently rock back and forth. And maybe you want to take the knees out wide here. And we'll bring the feet back down to the ground and lengthen the entire back onto the earth. Let everything come down to rest and softening the face. So releasing any expression, any tightness in the face. Releasing the jaw. So even if you need to open the mouth wide and then let it come back to close. And you feel your body just surrender to gravity here. And you might bring back that intention that you set in the beginning of this practice. And let that absorb into your cells, your soul. And give yourself the next minute to melt, be held by the earth. And gently begin to welcome some movement back into the body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. And stretch the arms above the head, nice and long, and give yourself a nice deep stretch. And taking all the time you need, you'll come to turn to one side. And pause here, send yourself some love and gratitude for practicing. And we'll gently make our way back up to a seated position. before we end, let's bring our palms to heart center. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. To honor this beautiful, sacred, ancient practice of yoga, I'm going to Om. So I'll inhale and then Om, and you can join me. So we'll inhale. May we be safe. May we be healthy. May we be peaceful and joyful. May we be one with all that surrounds us and all that's within us. May we be free. Thank you so much for joining me. Impromptu session. I really hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, evening, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and comment and maybe share it with a friend if you want. And you might want to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. But those are all options. There's no expectation. I just appreciate you being here and flowing with me. And have a beautiful day. And I hope to see you on here again soon. Thanks so much. Take care.